Welcome to Teams Tuesday, a podcast about mastering the best about what other people have already figured out. Teams Tuesday focuses on insights and lessons that never expire. You will walk away from every episode with actionable insights that help you get better results and be more productive.
This was about as bizarre and easy as it gets.
The client just couldn't make up their mind.
I feel like we had top.
Went from a project of 20 weeks to just 2.
The DevOps was a cultural shift.
This is Teams Tuesday with your host, Peter Ward.
Welcome Teams Tuesday. It's August. I know the year is flying by. And my name is Peter Ward. I'm the host. We've got a fantastic guest and I'm a fellow Microsoft MVP. Satish, how are you doing?
All good.
Okay, now you're not bad. Summer's here in New York. You're based in Toronto. I'm assuming the weather's quite warm where you are these days.
Absolutely. It's rainy nowadays. Pretty different weather than the regular summer, but it's raining today.
Right. Okay. What does a typical day look for you like here? Here we are, it's Tuesday. What does a typical day look like for you at work?
So a typical day for me at work is looking at the different customer conversations, understanding their requirements and building up the solutions around that. I usually start my day looking at the different priorities on the different projects that I've been helping my customers with on both on Microsoft 365 Copilot as well as on the Microsoft Teams side of the business as such.
Mm-hmm.
Some days I'm designing up the solution and other days I'm running workshops or delivering the value of what the Microsoft 365 services gives in completely. And then with Microsoft 365, not only is required to do the implementation, but also the adoption piece of the overall 365 services as such.
But what are the big challenges folks have with adoption of Copilot?
The biggest challenge, even before you start with Copilot, is Microsoft 365 services. I've seen organization, they purchase up the Copilot licenses, but they don't realize the value until and unless the end users are using SharePoint, OneDrive, your Teams meeting, because they're not much more familiar with what the whole suite of Microsoft 365 offers as such. Because SharePoint comes in, OneDrive is there, you have Teams. In Teams, there are a lot of other capabilities apart from calling and just meetings. You have all those capabilities that are coming in. So rolling out Copilot doesn't just mean just assigning up the licenses and you start realizing those values for Copilot. And then there are a lot of other security aspects included into it. So ensuring that the end users are leveraging your complete 365 services and then adding on Copilot or Teams Premium. There are a lot of overlapping feature between the Copilot as well as Teams Premium as well. So like your intelligent recap, your task assignment, all those kind of things. So understanding which person gets Copilot licenses, which person needs your Teams Premium licenses. That's what is really key in terms of the adoption of Copilot as well as Teams Premium.
So are you telling me that you need to train the users and make them aware of adoption? You can't just throw the technology at the end users and it all magically works?
Oh, not at all. I have seen organizations where the end users are not even aware what SharePoint is, not where the OneDrive drive locations are. So a lot of end user adoptions are absolutely required, and that's what Microsoft is focusing as well, where the CSAMs, even in the pre-sale stage as well, change management teams are involved for adopting Teams, M365, Copilot, all those different workloads as such.
Right. Okay. Well, I know your topic is Teams Premium. Okay. So I'm sure you're going to tell us the goodies about Teams Regular and Teams Premium on that. So with that introduction being done, I will hand this over to you.
Okay, let me share my screen. Right into Teams Premium. What does Teams Premium brings to the table? We'll talk about all those different features a Teams Premium offer, because Teams Premium is not only specific with Teams, but there are all more different products like Microsoft Places is what uh, is a part of Teams Premium. We already discussed something about me. I've been like helping customers across different geographies, helping them on Microsoft Teams, Teams Phone, Teams Premium, and now slowly and gradually the Copilot services as well. We'll talk
Hmm.
about all the Teams premium capabilities, where there are, what are the configurations. We'll go deep dive into the Teams Admin Center, look at each different configurations, where the usage report looks like, all those capabilities as such. But before we get into those quick introduction, let's look at what is Teams Premium and what does it brings to the table as such.
With so many virtual meetings on your schedule, what if you had a better way to meet? Introducing Microsoft Teams Premium. Built on the familiar experience, it helps you make every meeting more personalized, intelligent, and protected. Quickly discover the meeting insights that matter most to you, even if you miss the meeting. Get the right online meeting setup as easily as picking the right meeting spot. Elevate webinar experiences for any audience, whether you're creating new connections or generating leads. Make virtual appointments with customers as easy and personalized as if you were together in person. And collaborate with confidence, knowing that confidential information is protected with additional controls like watermarking. Don't just meet, meet better with Microsoft Teams Premium.
Teams Premium has four different like separation that I'll say. More on your intelligent and personal meeting, where you get the intelligent recap, or you can customize the meeting as per your requirement. You have the live caption capability, which was part of the regular Teams, which now moved into Teams Premium, the transcription capability that allows you to understand which portion you were called out into the meeting. In case if you have missed the meeting, you can go straight into those. So all those are your personalized and intelligent part of the meetings as such. Enhanced protections, you can do watermarking onto the recordings, or if there is any confidential details that are being shared, you can do a watermarking on those recordings automatically with the name of the person who has started the recording. So all those kind of capabilities are available. And then there are more specific organizer controls that are there, where who can bypass the lobby, or which user can record the meeting, or which user, whether the users can copy the chat, because we think about just recording, but what about the chat conversation that is happening into your Teams meeting? All those protections are part of your enhanced protection. End-to-end encryption is another capabilities as well. Advanced management and reporting capabilities that are coming and have already been added. The advanced management, one of the most important thing is Microsoft Places. Microsoft Places was one of the features that Microsoft announced long back, but is now a part of Teams Premium. And then there are a lot of other advanced virtual appointment capabilities, which will drill down each section by section has such. So, of what is a core difference in just two slides between what is Teams Core versus what is Teams Premium? So, things on your right hand side is what are the values of Teams Premium. Things on your left hand side are your core features of Microsoft Teams. Don't require anything else but your enterprise licenses or your business premium licenses provides you all those things out of box. Meeting templates, one of the features which Microsoft announced and is already available for the customers to have a customized meeting templates. If I want to have internal meetings versus external meetings, when I'm having confidential meetings, so all those can be templatized well in advance. And based on those templates, you can start your Teams meeting, or you can schedule your Teams meeting way ahead of time, and then you can record those where which persons can bypass the lobby. All those functionalities are part of your the meeting templates as such. Live
So,
caption, go ahead,
so
Peter.
with a premium, okay, custom user policy package. Can you go a little bit deeper into that?
So now the custom user policy package is what kind of features when when your users are enabled on Microsoft Teams capability on your side rail. What are the 7 options that you have on your side rail, like the calls, the calendar tab, the meeting tab, all those things, or which teams you would already be a part of it. So that's more on the custom user policy package. That's assignment, which apps the users would be allowed to use, which apps would not be enabled onto the user side. That's what is a part of your custom policy package as such. If you have any kind of a standard template that you want to use, you can use those. It also comes in with various different standard packages built into it for the user standpoint. If you don't want to use it, you can customize your own packages as such as well into that custom policies. Moving on to the live caption as such, this is the most predominantly used even before Microsoft Copilot came into the picture. Intelligent recap was one of the features that was predominantly used. Teams Premium, most of the customers who have Copilot and Teams Premium, this was the feature that was being used. Now, one thing that is always there, that this intelligent recap feature is also a part of Microsoft 365 Copilot. So if you have M365 Copilot license, intelligent recap comes in by default embedded into as a feature of M365 Copilot. But if you have users who are just looking for intelligent recap, it could be your project managers, it could be your front desk team where they would need some specific features of the premium. They don't need the whole M365 Copilot licenses because cost comes into the picture. Premium is way more cheaper compared to what the Copilot licenses is available as such. We talked about the meeting protection, like who can bypass your lobby, the end-to-end encryption capability. All those are the features of Teams core, but watermarking, who can record the meeting, where the recording of the meetings are saved. Microsoft recently made the changes to this, like earlier, the recordings were saved on to the person's OneDrive who started the recording, but now a recording gets saved by default into the organizers or the co-organizers OneDrive rather than to the person who initiated the recording as such.
Mm-hmm.
More features on the core versus the Teams Premium, the advanced features like the SMS notifications, that is a part of Booking. Booking is an app where external customers can book a time slot onto your calendar and then sending those reminders to them on their cell phone or 15 minutes prior. You can schedule it, sending them email notifications of their appointments. All those are part of Premium, whereas the regular functionalities of Booking is part of the basic or what's the Team's core as well. Same thing on the town hall capability as well. There are a lot of functionalities that you have, like the basic registration, co-organizer, all those functionalities are part of your core. But then who like managing your attendees, which view they are viewing it, limiting the registration date and time, all those are part of Teams Premium. Microsoft added up the CDN capability to it, which was recently generally available as well. And then lastly, 2 more new capability that came in is Microsoft Queues app, which we would be looking in depth of what Queues app can provide, and the Microsoft Places as well. So we'll look at a quick video around what Microsoft Places offer, what the functionality looks like.
Is there an ability to capture the IP addresses of when people are where the attendees are located?
Not yet, but that is on the roadmap, like which locations they are coming in from. Natively, Microsoft is not offering it or the IP addresses, but yes, there are third-party tools that can allow you to get information, which IPs they are coming in, which ISP they are using, all those kind of a capacity.
Right. Okay, cool.
So let's look at a quick overview of how Teams Premium or the intelligent recap functionality works, what functionality is available, and then we'll look into deep dive of what the functionality is.
The questions I'm asking are actually coming into the chat.
Yeah, no problem.
FYI. Yeah, yes, I should have made that a bit clearer. Okay, carry on.
Do you need to catch up on a meeting you missed or review the key points from when you attended? Intelligent Recap in Teams Premium leverages AI to deliver personalized highlights that help you discover information that matters to you most. Intelligent Recap in Teams will be available after the meeting and provides all your meeting artifacts in one place. You can access it from the calendar view on the new Recap tab. First, you'll notice that you can watch the meeting recorded directly from the recap page. You can also choose to watch the recording in Microsoft Stream. To help you navigate the meeting recording more efficiently, personalized timeline markers that only you can see display markers within the video when you joined or left the meeting, when your name was mentioned, and when your screen was shared. You can also see moments when your name was mentioned on the Add Mentions tab on the right side. Below the video, you will find additional tabs that help you jump to different points in the video recording. The first tab is the Speakers tab, which shows you speaker timeline markers for who spoke during the meeting, when they spoke, and allows you to jump to that moment. Speaker timeline markers are intelligently organized by who you work most closely with, so you never miss feedback shared from your manager in a meeting again. The Topics tab identified keywords and topics from the meeting and the timestamps where they were discussed. The Chapters tab divides the meeting into sections, so you can skim the key content and pick and watch sections that you're most interested in. On the Recap page, you can also find the shared content from the meeting. Below the shared content, you will find more highlights from the meeting, including loop notes. The Notes tab will have any manual notes that were captured in loop. On the AI Notes tab, you'll see key points and takeaways after the meeting with AI-generated notes automatically created and powered by GPT. Below suggested notes, you'll find suggested tasks. Follow-up is easy with AI-generated tasks and action items automatically suggested for you. Lastly, you can use the transcripts and the chat tabs to access the meeting transcript and the meeting contents.
With that, we have lots of other capabilities. One second. The other capabilities of intelligent recap that happens and that now, one of the most important thing that was mentioned in this demo video was the intelligent recap is only available after your meeting is done. So once the meeting is completed, only then the intelligent recap capability comes in, it captures it and processes all the intelligent recap of the meeting, and then it is passed into it and put into the recap tab. Now, one thing is your ad mention, your recording, what was shared, where your name was there, AI generated notes and AI generated tasks, everything will happen after the meeting. Versus what happens in Copilot is during the meeting as well. You can ask prompts to Copilot what's happening, what was discussed till now. You can catch up to the meeting. That's different between intelligent recap powered by Teams Premium versus what you get in the Microsoft 365 Copilot. So it's a key difference as such when you are looking at Teams Premium versus M365 Copilot. This is how the templates look like. You can have the templates created, and this is where you would have like the AI generated meeting topics, AI generated transcript, at mention, and AI generated task. Now those tasks which are part of Teams Premium is automatically getting assigned into tasks to the individual users that are associated into the meetings as such. This is where you are able to see the different AI generated notes, who spoke into the meeting, what was spoken, and then where the names of individuals were called out. Where my data gets stored. It's part of Teams Premium, whether it is stored somewhere else. Is Microsoft leveraging my data to train the models? So no, that's not the case. Different notes get stored different locations, your task gets stored at different locations, and then everything in terms of your recording gets stored in the recording folder for the OneDrive of the organizer. So these locations, this is how your retention policies, all your retention policies are applied to all the AI generated notes, tasks, as well as the recording. So by default, the Teams recording gets deleted after 120 days. So the key fact is, if the recording gets deleted, all the tasks, all the timelines, all the notes with that recording also gets deleted. So understanding how much long duration do we want to keep the recording for the data storage perspective is very key importance as such. Now, let's go straight into a quick demo around Teams Premium and Microsoft around call queue apps. And then we'll also look at Microsoft Places before we deep dive into the Teams Admin Center around the different configurations.
As customer care continues to evolve, every customer-facing professional, from sales to service, requires tools designed to meet their changing needs. Introducing the Queues app for Microsoft Teams, a powerful addition to your Teams experience that extends the customer engagement capabilities of your organization. With the Queues app, your team can collaboratively handle customer calls quickly and easily within the flow of work. Users can monitor and respond to calls in their queues directly in Teams, eliminating app switching for seamless call handling. Built-in call controls enable more collaborative care, leading to faster resolution and happier customers. And users can make outgoing calls on behalf of the queue they are working on. But it's not just about calls. The Queues app gives leads the flexibility to assemble and manage teams and prioritize call queues. Whether opting in or opting out users, or utilizing delegated admin capabilities, they can optimize the experience according to performance and business needs. With the ability to monitor and coach users within the app, leads can boost competence and confidence. Additionally, real-time and historical reporting provide metrics that give users and leads insights needed to ensure quality customer care. No matter who you are in the company, every interaction shapes the customer experience. Let's make it extraordinary. Connect with your Microsoft representative today to.
So in terms of the Queues app, the Queues app is kind of a light version of the contact center services offered by Microsoft because it does not have an integration with CRM right now. That's one feature that has been the requested one, but Whisper, barge in, takeover, monitoring of the calls, all those functionalities are now available in the Queues app that allows the admin or the manager of the queue to take over the calls from their representatives, all those kind of capabilities. The analytic solution is available where you can see how many calls are waiting into the queue, how many calls have been answered, what's the different percentage, what's the abandoned percentage for all the calls. All those functionalities are now natively available into the Queues app. So that gives a big boost in terms of your team's adoption because I've seen organizations are purchasing Teams Premium only specifically for one single feature, that's the Queues app, or purchasing it for the other functionality, that's Microsoft Places. There are organizations that are adopting Microsoft Places. So next, we would go a quick move into the Microsoft Places, and then after that, straight into the Teams Admin Center.
AI continues to improve the way we work.
Sorry?
Man, many videos here.
Oh, yeah.
But where to work still isn't clear.
Oh, you're all in the office today.
Deciding when to go into the office or finding a room to meet can be equally challenging. With the introduction of Places across Microsoft 365, AI can now help solve hybrid work. From your calendar and Outlook, Places lets you check when your coworkers will be in the office. And Copilot even recommends when you should go into the office and why, making it simple to coordinate time with your coworkers, so you can adjust your schedule to maximize in-person connections. Places makes it easy to find the right place to work at the right times with the right people. In Teams, Places lets you take advantage of being in the same building by creating meaningful moments to connect with coworkers nearby. And it's integrated into the Microsoft 365 apps that you use every day. On top of all that, Places helps companies optimize spaces and costs to make your office more efficient and sustainable. Transform your spaces into engaging places at home in the office, and everywhere in between.
So Microsoft announced Microsoft Places as such, where you can reserve your desk, the booking capability where you can book your apps, you can book the meeting rooms, you can come in, you can book up your desk as such, hot desking capability of your users who are not coming in. We are in a hybrid world. People are coming into the office for 2 days or 3 days, although here in Canada, it has been a mandate now that we have to come in 4 days a week. That's the mandate that came in recently itself. So more of the optimization of your spaces where you would be able to reserve your space, and if no one comes in and doesn't checks in at the time it was reserved for 30 minutes, it can be made free as well.
Who's mandating that in Canada? Is that the government? Is that government employees or Microsoft?
Right now, it has been a mandate from the government side. Like all the government employees and the banking base has to be into the office starting 1st of January for 4 days into the office. So that's the mandate that has been sent across.
All right, okay. I know some of the banks in New York, depending on the level or seniority, they're insisting that people come in like 3 or 4 days a week.
Yep. For where I am right now in Ontario, it has been a mandate, but still for the the federal employees, this is not a mandate. They have still the 3 days of working from office, and then 2 days they can be working from home. Yeah. Quick overview into the Office 365. We are into Teams Admin Center. So when you land in, you would land at the dashboard. Teams Premium has its own tab where you would be able to see which users are, what's the adoption of your Teams Premium. So this is my demo tenant where you would be able to see how many users I have licensed. I can manage the licensing subscription. I can add more licenses as well. We can check in if someone have requested for the licenses, all those kind of a capability is available here itself. License assignment is still happening from the Microsoft 365 main admin dashboard, but those requests can be seen here as well. Like we saw, 4 different options: intelligent collaboration, your advanced personalization, advanced protection, and advanced events. So you have all those tabs here, what your users are using. This is, since it's a demo tenant, not much of a data, but what your users are using for what functionality is being predominantly used, you will be able to see for each specific usage report. Which features are enabled, which features are not enabled into your organization, because Teams Premium has chat into it, it has meeting policies into it, it has the call tabs, meeting personalization. So different configurations are available at different touch points. That's the reason why a single feature advisor was introduced by Microsoft, where they allow you to go. If I click on this feature, the branded meeting templates not set up, I can come in, I can click on it, I can go in, and I can come in and I can select, okay, I need to mandate my users to use certain specific templates. I can have that coming in and I can have those added accordingly here as well. As soon as this gets added, I can go ahead and save it. Now, this template is not in accordance, so we'll not be able to save it. But that's how they would be able to add those different templates and save those configurations for each specific configurations, whether you say the backgrounds or branded meetings, where you could have your own lobby experience where you can brand your lobby based on your internal experience from the marketing team. So that can be made as well. You can manage where the SMS configurations are there, priority account chat, in case if you are in a do not disturb mode while presenting into a meeting, or while you are at home or during the after hours, someone who has a high important request needs to send you a chat, or you need to get notified during the after hours. That's where your priority account comes into the picture. End-to-end encryption. End-to-end encryption. So in case Peter wants to reach out to any one of his employees, he can absolutely do that during after hours. That's where your priority account comes in. And that needs to be set up accordingly as well. Same thing on your end-to-end encryption. End-to-end encryption was one feature that was always compared with the other UCaaS platform Microsoft has. So Microsoft has already enabled the end-to-end encryption. The feature is a part of Teams Premium and is available and can be set up seamlessly here. You can come in, you can have those function, and as an end user, I have the option I can disable or enable the end-to-end encryption based on that. Because if you have end-to-end encryption enabled by default and your users are into the Teams meeting and someone has dialed in on the PSTN, the recording does not gets recorded. So that's the reason why they have the functionality. They can end users can enable and disable those functionalities based on those watermarking of your meetings. So you can do watermarking as well. So here is where each individual option, wherever premium requirements are coming in, you have the option of premium marked in. You will have the option what functionalities needs your premium licensing and what functionality would not need the premium licensing. So you are easily able to identify those in the Teams admin center as such. Any questions?
Few questions coming up. Can you do facial recognition? Picking up, like, how I'm assuming the question is facial recognition is that, it can realize whether this guy is male or female and their age. Can you do that in a recording?
Not the age, but facial recognitions can be done. Facial as well as the voice recognition capability is already enabled, is already generally available as well. So that if you are in a meeting room and if Satish walks in, based on his voice, it would automatically recognize that, and that gets added into the recording that Satish Upadhyay spoke at that specific moment into the recording. So those functionality is there. For that, I have to enroll my voice, I have to enroll my face into your Teams meeting that or into the Microsoft Teams application, and that of my enrollments are saved into the Active Directory until and unless my account are active. Once my account is unlicensed, my enrollment goes and gets deleted automatically.
Right. All wonderful privacy concerns here.
Sounds good.
Making sense. Okay, so a few questions are coming through here because I see people typing. Okay. Prices. What's the type? We always get this question. What is the price of Team Premium?
So currently Teams Premium is $10 per user per month, so US dollars, but based on your internal enterprise agreement with Microsoft, you can get their respective discounts based on the volume of licenses you'll be purchasing with them.
Okay, and the next question to that, I'm assuming the guys, can you mix and so is that, can I be on E3 with Teams Premium or do I have to be on E5 with Teams Premium?
No, you can be on E3 even if you have business premium licenses, or even if you have E1 licenses, you can still go with Teams Premium.
Okay, and the next question someone's asked, can you mix and match the licenses?
Mix and match in terms of
I'm assuming it's like saying, can I have half my company on Teams, regular Teams, and the other half on Teams Premium?
no, basic Teams Premium versus Teams licenses would still be required because that's a core backbone of your Teams Premium licenses. So you would need Teams and Teams Premium. But if you're talking about Teams Premium versus Copilot, absolutely you can do a mix and match. You can have certain users who are using the M365 Copilot licenses, and then there are certain users that are only standalone using the Teams Premium licenses as such.
Got it. All right. Okay, that's pretty much it for, well, if there's any more questions, speak up or put in the chat. A few questions I will ask for you. Where do you think Microsoft is going with M365?
Oh, a recent announcement which Microsoft they did at the end caps where they combined their modern workplace and their business application, making it one, the AI business solutions as such. Earlier, we always used to think about Microsoft as like Word, Outlook, Excel, only providing those or providing you the Exchange services, SharePoint services, or OneDrive services. Now Microsoft is trying to bring in more of an AI capability into every aspect of their services, whether it is an Outlook, you can summarize your emails, whether you are looking into Word documents, building up your Word document, building up your scope of work, all those kind of things that can be done by into the Word document. So they're building in AI capability into each aspect. So they are looking at building something like AI first business workplace solutions for their customers. So that's where I'm thinking they are going ahead in the next few years.
Okay. Okay, we're coming up 10 minutes. If there's any more questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Satish, good to see you as ever again. Not sure when I'll next see you again. I mean, it's usually at a conference I bump into you, or the MVP conference. That's where it normally is on that front. Where can people find you?
People can find me on LinkedIn, my first name, my last name. You'll get the first person on that LinkedIn search as well. And if not, you can reach out to me on Twitter or X. My handle is realtime_M365.
Okay, I will basically put that on in the chat for everyone to get hold of you. All right, good stuff, Satish, and look forward to you being a guest probably this time next year on the podcast. All right.
Sounds good, Peter.
Enjoy the summer. Bye.
Bye.